Hi guys, it's Sweetie Pie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing something interesting, kind of exciting, interesting. We are going to do another Focallure palette review slash swatches slash what I think about these palettes now. My most viewed video on my channel is actually of the Focallure palette number 2. And I pulled this out of my collection again last week after I received the Focallure, what did I say? No, the Focallure 3 is the OG, my most viewed video on YouTube. And today we are actually going to look at the Focallure palette number 2. They have 4 palettes that are geared toward the Naked palettes, so they are all pretty much dupes for the Naked palettes. And I will just throw up a picture of the Naked 2 right here. So yeah, that's what the Naked 2 looks like, and the way your Focallure palette is going to come, I will list the eBay listing down below. It took about 2 months to get to me. I live in Ontario, Canada, so that's really not that far away. There was some discrepancy about it getting caught in Vancouver for a bit. I did not have tracking on it, but I heard on the news that some people were having a hard time, and some of their packages were being stuck in Vancouver. But in all honesty, anything you buy from eBay is going to take a while. Usually, unless you live in China or wherever these products are coming from, which is normally in the East, you're probably going to be taking a little bit longer. There are a lot of products on eBay that you don't have to wait as long for, but for this baby, for me, the first one and the second one that I purchased both took about 2 months to get to me. So when you get your Focallure palette, and I've never had one bust on me, and I think the reasoning is behind the smaller pans. It is very, like, it's a smaller palette. Like, it's about, here's my hand, and it's about as tall as my hand, but super, super slim. And it comes in a box that says eyes. Right here, eyes. And yes, it says Focallure Naked Eyeshadow Palette, and it says O2 shadows, and then it gives you the ingredients. The first ingredient is microcrystalline wax, and then it is beeswax. Oh, there's a lot of waxes in here. Yeah, I'm surprised. They do have mica and talc in them. I don't know much about ingredients, but yes, they do not come on the actual palette, so if you want to check out the ingredients, you are going to need the box. Alright, so let's look at the eyeshadows that you get in the second palette. I got nails on today, so they're a little harder to open. I have definitely played with both of these palettes, and I have a few things to say about both of them. They're exactly the same formula. These eyeshadows are exactly the same formula, and the formula is not bad. These palettes are under $5. Actually, I think they're under $4. And today what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swatch both of them for you guys so that you guys can see both swatches. I just put my nail in a shadow. Oh, my goodness! Anyway, so I just put my nail in, like, oh, no, there's no names. Alright, so anyways, so let's go into the swatches of these palettes, and then I'm just going to go into a light description of what I think of these shadows, if I think they're worth the $4, or if you could just skip over them. My thoughts back when I watched my video for the number 2 palette was that they were pretty good shadows. I was really new and I hadn't tried very much at all, and I definitely was not into like the bright neons that I am now, but I do think that a lot of my, thoughts about this palette or these palettes has not changed. So yeah, guys, let's get into those swatches, and then yeah, we'll just do a little bit of like an outro and like what I truly think of the shadows in these palettes, the mattes and Guys, so they're the swatches of these two palettes. And my thoughts on both of them, honestly, if you are looking for every single day, you know, light wear, I think that these can help you. I don't know for sure if you are going to be able to get an entire look out of either one of these palettes, but if you combined them, you would definitely be able to make a perfectly fine look. And they're so slim that if you work in office settings or aren't able to wear extravagantly bright makeup like this, I think that these are really good for the price and super small for traveling. The shadows, like the trying to get them open here. The shadows in the number 2 palette, I think you could get a whole look out of the number 2 all by itself, just because the number 2 has a black, which is quite a bit, like, it's very pigmented. It's not the best black eyeshadow I've ever used, but it is really pigmented for what you're getting here. And I think that with that color, you would be able to define your crease, and with the other 3 matte colors, you would be able to get a little bit of pigment at least. I don't think that the mattes, excluding the black one, are very pigmented at all in either of these palettes. I think that they make for like a nice base, if anything. I think that they kind of just, yeah, they just don't, they're not, there's not a ton of pigment there. You're not going to get a ton of definition. And if you are of darker skin tone, I don't know if these would even work for you, to be perfectly honest. I think that you should just kind of skip out on these. I think the black would definitely show up, and a lot of the shimmers would be pretty, but like these like transition-y shades, like here, here, and here, I don't know if they're going to be have like a ton of use for you. But yeah, guys, I think that these are definitely worth it if you are in like the light medium category. I think that they are totally worth your, you know, $5. They take a very, very long time to get to you. So do not buy these thinking that you're going to get them right away, especially if you live in Canada like myself. But once you do get them, I think you are going to be happy with them. If you are a bright eyeshadow type of lover or a collector, I don't know how much use you will get out of these, because sometimes I did feel like the number 3 did kind of get lost in my collection a little bit. But I did pull them back out like last week to, you know, refresh my memory of them and see, you know, if I liked them still or not, or liked this one still or not. And I tried this one out, and I do think that, especially for someone who doesn't have a ton of makeup, or, you know, makeup isn't their life, isn't their super passion, and they just enjoy a, you know, a quick wash of color, I do definitely think you are going to need an eyeshadow base. Please use an eyeshadow base. Even a white base would be perfect for these, just because I really want them to pop. Some of the shimmers are so pretty, and I think you could definitely make them really work on the lids. But if you do not use an eyeshadow base, they'll be slipping, sliding around and all that jazz. So yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this little like review. I know I didn't do a look, but you can go on my Instagram, and I'll probably be posting the look I did next week. And yeah, I will definitely tag the products I used in it so that you guys can know that I use these palettes. I did 2 or 3 looks last week of, you know, different styles, and I kind of added in some other palettes so that I could mix around and see what the colors were like, see if they mixed well in with my, you know, my stash of makeup. So yeah, I will put right here my Instagram name, and I will also put a link down below where you can go follow me, and yeah, we can share Instagram together. Yeah, guys, so thank you so much. Oh, and one other thing, if you do go from YouTube to my Instagram page, if you can comment on one of my Instagram posts and just be like, hey, I saw your video, that would be totally stellar. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys want to see a look with one of these, just comment down below and I will 100% do a get ready with me, maybe like the 10-minute makeup challenge or something with these babies, because that is something that is definitely what these would be good for. Really quick in the morning makeup. makeup. So yeah, guys, I love you guys so much, and Sweetie Pie out.